What up, folks? Happy 2020. In this op-ed, I am going to touch on how the Black Manosphere hijacked SYSBM. Subtitled, Mad Bus Driver X is the Tarana Burke of SYSBM. Now, as I was contemplating dropping this editorial, I happened to see that Mad Bus Driver X finally got around to putting up his response to the whole SYSBM topic. And despite him going all over the place, I do agree with his overall analysis. Man Bus Driver X started the whole SYSBM thing. In fact, when I first started watching his vids on YouTube, he was one of the few people to hashtag and express SYSBM, Save Yourself Black Men. He was also one of the few YouTubers to advocate brothers getting their passport or getting a gig part time at the airport or a travel agency so they can get some travel deals and go to these different exotic locales so they can meet these girls that he shows on his videos with different black men. So yeah, he was the person that originated all that. In fact, he was one of the few people that I've seen that encouraged black men to get their passports. So it all originated with him. Now the question I really have on my mind, and some of you may have on your mind, is why isn't anybody giving Mad Bus Driver X his props as far as starting SYSBM? Why isn't anybody acknowledging Mad Bus Driver X in their SYSBM videos? Now, this is just a theory of mine, and I have no problems putting it out there because I'm not a big channel and no one really has their eyes on me yet and wants to flag me or come by and troll me. So I'm going to throw this one out there and see if it sticks to the wall. None of these cats respect MBDX, and I'm going to tell you why. Man Bus Driver X does his videos wearing a Teutonic Knight helmet. You know, those who don't know who the Teutonic Knights are, you can Google it. I'm not really going to get into that. I think it has something to do with the Knights Templar or something like that. But in these YouTube streets, particularly with black folks, if you're going around acting a way to them that really isn't how brothers or black folks act, you're going to get very scrutinized, especially if you're going around if you're a grown man wearing a knight's helmet, people really aren't going to respect you. People really going to clown you. In fact, when O'Shea Duke Jackson first came on the scene, most of his earlier videos were taking jabs at Mad Bus Driver X. I remember those quite fondly. I just wish that O'Shea Duke Jackson still had those videos up, but that's his business. But that's just number one on the list. Two, most of the brothers like your old man deal and prefer sisters. Now, I never expected Obsidian to go SYSBM, but it pretty much makes sense. And I mean, it pretty much makes sense as far as a business perspective goes because Obsidian is a businessman first and foremost. He went that route so he can get that SYSBM and Passport Bros donations, money, and support. Because when I looked at his Patreon and everything, I remember he used to have a whole bunch of supporters and everything until he made this commentary doing a scathing critique on the MGTOW movement, and the MGTOW contingent that did support him left him in droves. And when he left him in droves, he was bleeding. Which is why when it came to the whole Sean James controversy, old man had to really like do some spin control, because most of the brothers were introduced to Sean James from old man. So now when you go back and look at all the past things that old man did thus far to where he's at now, it makes sense. He wants the SYS BM money and dollars, and the Passport Bros money and dollars, which is why he didn't go full throttle and stick up for Sean James. But that's another theory for another video. But anyway, old man and other brothers whose names I can't think of, they deal and prefer sisters. I don't really hear any of the other brothers talking about, well, you know something, I'm not going to deal with sisters no more. I'm just going to go with these white women, or I'm going to go with these Latina women or Asian women. Nah, you're old school types like an old man. They just want black women. Yes, black women may drive them up the wall and whatnot, but at the end of the day, they're attracted to and want to deal with black women in spite of their many quirks and frailties. So that's number 2. 3, Mad Bus Driver X lacks the swag the brothers on these YouTube streets are used to. Now, Mad Bus Driver X, and this isn't an indictment on brothers who are nonconformists and everything, but if you're dealing with particularly black folks in this sector of YouTube, most of them come from a street and ghetto perspective. Some of them are from cities where it's mostly black people. So they're used to dealing with brothers or getting their messages from brothers that have that swag or that charisma of a Pookie and Ray Ray, but without having the trappings of a Pookie and Ray Ray. And Mad Bus Driver X has none of those. Mad Bus Driver X is, and I'm just going to say it, he's a little bit on the corny side. And I know what you're going to say. Well, you're hating, you're this, and he has more views. Yes, he has more views than me. And quite frankly, all you're doing is just telling me the obvious. But it doesn't really take away from the truth. Mad Bus Driver X lacks the swag. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. But for some of these folks, especially any of these other heads, you want them to really like embrace or get to follow you or respect you. That's the things that they respond to. That's the things that they are attracted to, believe it or not. So yes, number 3 is Mad Bus Driver X lacks the swag the brothers on these YouTube streets are used to. Now, with the heads on here who are of the Black Manosphere, they just want to popularize SYS BM. They really don't care about the originator of it and who was using the hashtag. Because outside of Mad Bus Driver X, I remember this other YouTuber, I'm not sure if he's still around, Kid Organic, using the SYSBM hashtag. So, yes, you have people that are from the Black Manosphere. They just want to popularize the SYSBM thing and ride the wave because it's popping right now. And it's no different than someone else patenting another person's invention or idea or trademarking it. So where Mad Bus Driver X messed up was not trademarking his creation. And it's been my observation that a lot of these brothers on these YouTube streets, they lack innovation and geez, I can't think of the word. Yes, but they lack innovation in protecting and vision and protecting their ideas and securing their IP. So if I was to come up with a hashtag about the environment and I don't trademark it or capitalize off of it, anybody else could take it and make it their own and add their own philosophies, doctrine, and ideas to it that really wasn't my intent. A lot of these guys on here don't take their stuff seriously. I'm referring to Mad Bus Driver X. I mean, since then I really seen SYS BM shirts that he made, but like I said, he should have trademarked the whole thing. Half the time, most of the time, it's confusing. 1 minute, SYSBM is a philosophy. The next minute, it's functioning as a group. It's the same thing with the Black Manosphere, MGTOW, ADOS, and FBA. At least Black Lives Matter and your alt-right that started online. And of course, your Me Too, or Time's Up. They have websites and mission statements. Well, scratch that. I'm not sure if Me Too or Time's Up does have a website and everything, but you get the idea. With a lot of these YouTube philosophies and concepts, it's just a tool for views and to make money. And the thing really is that none of these brothers are honest about it. They can't come out and say, you know something, I really don't care about saving black men. I just want to increase my own pockets. Black men and saving them is just secondary to me, to my pockets. If someone came out and just said that, I'd have full respect for them. I have no problem with that, but I do have a problem when folks aren't honest about their intentions, especially when it's particularly obvious what they're up to and what they goal is. So whether you agree or disagree with SYSBM and what it stands for, it's the house that Mad Bus Driver X built. And the brothers on here, whether they really like a Mad Bus Driver X or whether they support his message or not, should just give the brother his props, his respect. Because he did create it. You may not like that he wears a helmet. You may not like his voice, his diction, delivery, and the fact that he may put um, non-black women or white women on a pedestal. But SYSBM is the house that Mad Bus Driver X built. So that is my op-ed. Mad Bus Driver X is the Tarana Burke of SYSBM. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. One love. Oh, by the way, for those that don't know, Tarana Burke is the founder of the Me Too hashtag. All right. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. One love.